Throughout history, there have been extraordinary women whose courage, intellect, and determination changed the course of history. From queens and warriors to scientists and activists, these women broke barriers, defied expectations, and left a lasting legacy that continues to inspire the world today. Join us as we explore the stories of 10 remarkable women who made history.
As the last pharaoh of Egypt, Cleopatra was known for her intelligence, diplomacy, and strategic alliances with powerful Romans. She charmed Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony, hoping to protect Egypt from Roman control. Her reign was marked by cunning political maneuvers, but when Antony was defeated by Octavian, the future Augustus Caesar, Cleopatra's fate was sealed. Rather than face humiliation in Rome, Cleopatra chose to end her life, possibly through the bite of an asp. Her death marked the end of ancient Egypt as a powerful civilization, but her legend lived on, cementing her as a symbol of power and intrigue. Joan of Arc, a humble peasant girl from rural France, would become one of history's most unlikely military leaders. Claiming divine visions, Joan believed she was chosen by God to lead France to victory against the English during the 100 Years' War. Against all odds, she convinced the French prince Charles to allow her to lead his army into battle. Miraculously, Joan led the French to several key victories, including the pivotal lifting of the Siege of Orleans. Captured by the English, Joan faced a biased trial for heresy, bravely defending herself against impossible odds. At just 19 years old, Joan of Arc was burned at the stake, but her courage and faith would inspire generations to come.
Elizabeth ascended to the throne of England in 1558, following the tumultuous reign of her half-sister, Mary I. Her reign saw the historic defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588, establishing England as a formidable naval power. Elizabeth's reign ushered in a golden age of arts and culture, with playwrights like Shakespeare flourishing under her patronage. Known as the Virgin Queen, Elizabeth skillfully balanced political factions, refusing to be controlled by marriage or foreign powers. Elizabeth's long reign brought stability and prosperity to England, cementing her place as one of the country's most iconic and beloved monarchs. Her death in 1603 marked the end of the Tudor dynasty, but Elizabeth's legacy of strength, intelligence, and national pride continues to inspire to this day.
In early 20th century Britain, Eleanor Pankhurst emerged as a fierce advocate for women's suffrage. Founding the Women's Social and Political Union, WSPU, she led protests, strikes, and even acts of civil disobedience to demand the right to vote. Her motto, "Deeds, not words," defined the suffragette movement, and she was arrested numerous times for her activism. Despite facing opposition, Pankhurst's determination paid off when women over 30 were granted the right to vote in 1918. Her tireless fight for gender equality left an indelible mark on British society and inspired future generations of feminists worldwide. Eleanor Pankhurst's legacy continues to inspire those fighting for equality and justice in the modern world. Born into slavery, Harriet Tubman escaped to freedom in the North, but she didn't stop there. Risking her life, she made 13 missions to the South to rescue more than 70 enslaved people via the Underground Railroad. Known as Moses, Tubman guided them through dangerous terrain and hostile territory. During the Civil War, she served as a spy, nurse, and scout for the Union Army. After the war, she fought for women's suffrage. Tubman's bravery and selflessness made her a symbol of freedom and resistance, proving that one woman could stand against an entire system of oppression. Born into slavery in New York, Sojourner Truth escaped with her infant daughter to freedom. She became a powerful speaker on both abolition and women's rights. In 1851, at a women's convention, she delivered her famous "Ain't I a Woman" speech. challenging notions of racial and gender inequality. Truth's life was a testament to resilience, as she overcame illiteracy, prejudice, and poverty to become a leading voice for justice. Her boldness and eloquence helped shift the national conversation on slavery and women's rights, making her a pioneer in both movements. Frida Kahlo's life was marked by pain, both physical and emotional, but she turned her suffering into vibrant, surrealist art. After a bus accident left her with lifelong injuries, she channeled her frustration into painting. Her self-portraits, often exploring themes of identity, femininity, and pain, became iconic. Despite her tumultuous marriage to fellow artist Diego Rivera, Frida's work stood apart, eventually gaining international acclaim. Today, Kahlo is celebrated not only for her art, but also as a feminist icon, representing resilience, cultural pride, and unapologetic individuality in a male-dominated art world. In the picturesque Swat Valley of Pakistan, a young girl named Malala Yousafzai grew up with a passion for education. Even when the Taliban banned girls from attending school, Malala continued to advocate for her right to learn. At the age of 15, Malala was shot by a Taliban gunman for her activism, but she survived this attempt on her life. Following her recovery, Malala's voice grew stronger, and she became a global symbol of courage and resilience. She co-authored her memoir, I Am Malala, sharing her story and inspiring millions around the world. At 17, Malala became the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize laureate, recognizing her unwavering commitment to education. Today, through the Malala Fund, she continues to champion girls' education worldwide, proving that one voice can indeed spark a global movement.
Born in Poland, Marie Curie moved to France to pursue her passion for science. Despite obstacles, she became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, first in physics for her work on radioactivity, then in chemistry for discovering radium and polonium. Her research revolutionized the fields of physics and medicine, but it also took a toll on her health, as she was unaware of the dangers of radiation. Curie's dedication to science, even in the face of adversity, inspired generations of scientists and proved that women could make groundbreaking contributions to fields previously dominated by men.
Indira Gandhi, daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru, ascended to become India's first female prime minister in 1966. As the daughter of India's first prime minister, Gandhi inherited a complex political legacy and faced numerous challenges. Her leadership was marked by both visionary reforms, like the Green Revolution, and controversial decisions, including the suspension of civil liberties during the emergency period. In 1984, Gandhi made the fateful decision to order a military operation against Sikh militants, a move that would ultimately lead to her assassination. Despite her controversial legacy, Indira Gandhi's impact on modern India was profound and far-reaching. Today, she remains a towering and complex figure in India's history, her influence still felt in the nation's politics and society.